Diddy. The documentary, Black Male Worship. You know what? Let me put 50 Cent is evil on here too, y'all. Okay, good morning. Here we go. Had to get the picture right. Yeah.
Trigger, good morning, Trigger. I've been waiting for you to do this live because I did not watch the documentary because it was made by 50 Cent. And I feel like he's evil too, and I didn't want to support him, but I have been hearing about it.
Yeah, girl. You know what? I don't know if I've ever told this to anybody, but I hate 50 Cent. I despise 50 Cent. I think that he's able to get away with being rude, nasty, petty, violent, ignorant. The things that he does, he's only getting away with because he's a black man. If a black woman even did one tenth, I don't even know, 1/3 billionth of the things that 50 Cent does, she wouldn't even be respected nor liked in the black community. For real. They talk about black women who respond to stuff that people have done directly and call them petty and try to cancel them. Let alone a man that built his whole brand off of bothering other people, being aggressive, having I hate him. But the reason why I decided to watch the documentary is because there was a lot of people talking about how much it exposed Diddy and all of that. So I felt like I had to watch it so that, I could make a informed commentary, you know what I'm saying, on it, because I couldn't speak about it if I ain't see it. You can speak about it if you ain't see it, but especially if you seen clips. But I just wanted to see the whole thing. But yeah, I hate 50 Cent too, Calandra. I do. Yeah, I think
That's why I didn't watch it because I remember we were on a live scaling one day and we were talking about Diddy and you said he was just as evil as you said 50 Cent was just as evil as Diddy, and I hadn't known that. And when I started researching it, I saw that.
Yeah, he's done so many horrible things. He's also violent to women. He also, allegedly, but they just can't prove it, burnt down the house of his baby mama so that she didn't have nowhere to go and couldn't live there. And, he's always attacking black women for no reason and attacking other people. I think that and also, you know what? The thing that happened with him sharing that picture of Tierra Marie, that revenge corn that was posted of Tierra Marie, and him taking it with the millions and millions and millions and millions of followers that he had and bringing more eyes to it. And when she was upset that he did that, the fact that BAN didn't even have the decency to apologize and say, hey, I'm sorry about that. I shouldn't have done that. You try to get money from her after you humiliate her and post revenge corn, that lets you know he got some excellent lawyers. Because what he did to Tierra Marie was absolutely horrible. It was terrible. And the fact that he made it so public that he was really trying to run his girl's pockets and get it, then the energy that he has to black women, he doesn't have to white women. Because Chelsea Handler said on an interview that she called him something like the N-word or the N-word. This man never said nothing crazy about this lady. Matter of fact, last year or early this year, it was either early this year or last year, he was asking her if they could still be together. And she looked like the Crypt Keeper. That's exactly what I'm saying. Black men and that pedestal that they put whiteness on is actually scary. It's truly, truly terrifying. Hey, how are you doing, Korea? Hopefully I said your name correctly, sis. So anyway, yeah, today's topic is Diddy Doc and Black Male Worship. Number one, Diddy equals evil. and he was enabled by everyone around him. And I think that's something that was, I already knew that, but I think it was very obvious in the documentary. Everybody was cool with seeing bad things happen to other people until Diddy did them bogus too. Just like the girl that was crying, I think her name was Capricorn Clark, that was crying about Diddy. Oh, I did everything for Diddy. I was managing this. I was managing that. How dare he just throw me away about this, that, and the third. You already knew he was that type of Negro. But you just saw him doing it to other people and you thought that it wouldn't be you. You thought it wouldn't be you. And now that it's you, it's a problem. But it should have been you when he was treating everybody else bad. Hold on, let me see what I just added up here. Okay. Yeah, so that's number one. He was enabled, and I didn't feel sorry for none of the people really that said they didn't get their money from Diddy. I really didn't. 50 Cent, we can talk about this. I just said he's just as evil. Number three, why are predators protected in the Black community? Number four, this is something that I don't know how messy I feel like being, but I saw a very popular content creator that's a Black woman that people call a Black male hater all the time. And she talks about Black male worship too. But when I was watching her video about this, I realized something, that a lot of Black male haters are actually secretly Black male lovers. And if you watch them, you'll find out that they're that. And I tell you, I've seen it in a whole bunch of Black women that are supposedly in the same space or lane that I'm in. And I don't want to be too messy, but it's a few Black women that I've seen, and I find it to be disturbing. I do. So anywho, number five, how do you feel speaking in absolutes? Do you think you speaking in absolutes is something that you should do? Because I hear a lot of people say, oh, white men are 100% this, white men are 100% that. Black men are 100% this, black men are 100% that. Do you think that that's an intelligent thing to do? Because I get accused of being called a fence sitter. And nothing is absolute. And I want to talk about that. So anyway, let me shut up, y'all, and let y'all speak. Kalandra, did you have anything to say again before I go
Yes,
to?
I
Okay, go
do.
ahead.
Okay, so I definitely agreed that he was enabled. 50 Cent is just as evil. I wanted to ask you number three. The reason why I think predators are protected in the Black community is because of pygmy women. And I'm gonna try to explain this, and I really hate to bring up YT people, but I'm really gonna have to do that. I think back in the day when we were going through like segregation and stuff, and like how people were treated by like white people and stuff, and like pick me mammified women, when they saw that, I feel like they was like, that is the worst thing that could happen to my brother's son or dad. And so they began to not believe victims because of the belief that the white man is the evil victim in to the Black person. And I think pick me women have a lot to do with that, because they're like, for example, when I was growing up, I remember hearing things like put more clothes on, so and so is coming over. Or like some of the things and how they blame women, or how they don't believe little girls to protect predators. I feel like that's kind of one of the reasons Black men haters, I don't really, and I don't support people who speak in absolutes like that, because I feel like it dismisses what happens to Black women. I feel like Black men are Black women's direct line of maybe biggest enemy, because when you hear about Black femicide, every day I see a new case about a Black girl that has been unalived by a Black man who she was in a relationship with. And for people to say that, well, white men do this and white men do that, that doesn't excuse behavior of what Black men are doing to Black women. And I feel like men who unalive women, and like, for example, like his mom, his sister, like, and you're enabling that, you're a part of the problem. I really hate to say that, but you're a part of the problem. You need, like, for me, with my brothers in relationships and he tell me about stuff that he do to women, I check him immediately. Like, I'm sorry. I feel like we need to stop holding black men on a pedestal and we need to start calling predators out. I don't feel like a man should be able to put his hands on women, and we support that. I'm really sorry to say that. Like, I think things like that should be canceled. And I saw a video yesterday that made a great point when it comes to Chris Brown. And the reason why I feel like we have to start with celebrities is because it teaches other men that, hey, if you do things to women, you're going to be punished. I don't think men should be able to do whatever to a woman and nothing is really done about it, because I recently saw this case about this white boy in particular that I'm thinking about. And they said he videotaped him doing some things to, I want to say it was 2 girls. And the judge basically gave him a slap on the wrist. And I feel like when we enable behavior like that, or when we look, the reason why I said we should use celebrities as an example is because they have such a high platform and people look at them. Diddy should have been sentenced, in my opinion, to 50 years, because I really feel like that should have taught other men who like think, hey, if I have money, I can treat women any kind of way. I think that, like, can stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if men see other men getting in trouble, that might make them think twice about doing it.
All right, I got you. Calandra. I think you made some good points. For sure, sis. All right, let me keep going up here to why y'all block YNS? What they say? I didn't even see it.
Free Diddy. I blocked him because he said free Diddy. It was a man.
Oh yeah, I got you. I would have blocked them too. Okay, so let me keep going to they're selling chocolate. Go ahead, they're selling chocolate.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm great. How y'all?
Pretty good.
That's good to hear. One thing I was disturbed by this documentary is that, like, a lot of these people are just now coming forward, and it's like y'all sat around with this man for years and years and years, and everybody just sat back. They all knew his behaviors. They all knew the things he was doing behind the scenes, but like a lot of these people were not really on his neck the way I think they should have, except that one young lady from Diddy Kane. She's been on his neck ever since that shit happened. And she's been stepping on that shit like for a long time. I just think it's weird that a lot of people sit around and protect him just because they want to sit around the glitz and the glamour and the parties and all of that. They'd rather just brush past all the things that he's done just to sit around that kind of behavior, just to sit around all those kind of people, to be in that atmosphere. I really don't like that. And I think that certain men are protected because of what the other young lady said. And yeah, that's really all I had to say on that.
Okay, all right. I got you. Appreciate you selling chocolate. I also think that there was a spot in a documentary where I think it was Mark Curry. He had said that Diddy gets off on having all of the money, having all of the power and control, and then seeing the people that work for him wanting, needing, not having, being broke. So, and I'm not giving anybody an excuse. I just want y'all to know that. But I do think something else to think about, that I do think that he kept a lot of people without really having nothing. And so they were hanging on, hoping that they was going to be able to get paid, hoping they was going to be able to get some bread. And of course, they should have still left. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that he was trying to, you know what I'm saying, hold like survival over their head, if you get what I'm saying. Not that it's right, like, and I'm not trying to say that, but I'm just saying that I do think that that's what he was doing to some people. Especially, like, I saw, like I said, when the Mark Curry guy was crying, and then the other guy, which I feel like he should have left, I think it was a guy to help do the latest album by Diddy, the Love album. The way he was saying, you could tell that he wasn't cool with the stuff that was going on, and he should have dipped out. But he was hanging on, hoping he was gonna get that bread, and he just ain't get it, you know. But you had something to say real quick, Chocolate?
I just wanted to say, like, I'm not talking about the victims when I had said that. I was just talking about the people that was around him that seen everything going down that didn't say anything.
Oh, okay, I got you.
My bad.
Oh, no problem. I got you. All right, let me go up here next to Coco. Go ahead, Coco.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope all is well.
Good morning.
Hey, so I just wanted to answer the prompt because I've been following this Diddy case for a long time. I want to start by saying I never liked Diddy. He's never set right with my spirit, honestly, since I was a child. So I do believe he's evil. I believe that his mother was his first and biggest enabler. And I believe that his mother, everything I'm saying, I don't know for real. I don't know these people. It's alleged. So but excuse me. I believe his mom sold him as a child. That's all I'm gonna say. If you look into their history and when she moved to New York, and I believe that he's a he's just an evil person, like literally a demon. But 50 Cent, don't come for me when I say this, y'all, but when I was watching the documentary, I was questioning how he got that footage, how he got so close. That in itself to me is weird behavior. I mean, it's good that he exposed him, but how did he get so close? And I wonder what his real motive was. That's all. I never liked 50 Cent for real either. I think that he's very harmful to Black women. Why are predators protected? Patriarchy is all. I don't know. I don't protect predators. I don't know why they're protected, but if I could guess, I would say patriarchy. Black male haters are secret black male lovers. I don't know what that means. What you mean by that?
Oh, okay, sorry. I was saying that I've seen, and this is something I came to the conclusion yesterday because I thought it was just an outlier, but I've seen several Black women that are like completely, where they say Black men are terrible. Every single solitary one of them is not up for the debate. Every Black man is trash. Every Black man is this, that, and the third. And those women I've seen secretly when certain things arise or certain men are the topic of discussion, they seem to really ignore that. And so now I'm starting to think it's a situation of what's that saying? She doth protest too much. That some of these women, the hatred is not really hatred that they have of Black men. It's disappointment. And so they are saying all of these things, but behind the scenes, they're hoping that they come across a Black man that is different than the Black men that they have previously experienced. And I think those women are purposely misleading other women because I don't believe they believe half the things that they say. But I'll expound upon that more after everybody gets to speaking because that's like a side note conversation. But I did see it connected to this Diddy doc, which made me be like, because I seen some Black women that say that they really hate Black men, and they were talking about how much they love 50 Cent. And I'm like, what? Like, that's contradictory to me.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that statement. Because I would never believe that all Black men are all these negative things. It's just not in me. I love Black men. I just want them to get it together. On to the next one, though. How do I feel about speaking in an absolute? I feel okay with speaking in an absolute because even when people say a generalization is a generalization, sometimes it can be proven depending on what we're talking about. But when they come with their stories, most of the time that's an exception to the rule. That's why it's called an exception. So I'm okay, especially like I said, when it can be proven, some of these things are documented. So in a generalized way, I'm not going to say absolutely, quote unquote, in the whole definition of it, but when it's majority, yes, I'm okay with that.
Okay, I got you, Coco. All right, let me go move forward. I'm not gonna respond to anybody right now so everybody can talk. Let me almost put everybody else on the timer moving forward. That way we make sure we get everyone. Okay, next up, Himothy. Go ahead, Himothy.
How you guys doing? Happy motherfucking happy birthday to myself. But I've been screaming from the top of my lungs since '96 when Pac died that P. Diddy was the devil. Like the God sent devil. He got way more hands than a lot of celebrity death than we know about. But him and all the top breed like Jay-Z and stuff like that, them people, they had to do something to get that position they are in type stuff. And I just wanted to speak on that, man, because this man has literally fucked up our world. In
Shout
my
out to
opinion.
Cuz.
Oh, I'm sorry, but he have really messed up this our generation going forward as far as being better humans. Because I know them people gave him some money, so this rap industry can end up like how it did. That's all I want to say. Y'all enjoy yourselves, people, on this day, and I'm out.
All right, all right. Appreciate you, appreciate you. All right, let's move forward. Go ahead. Oracle Grace. Go ahead, Oracle.
Many blessings to everyone. I believe that Diddy is evil and an enabler. I think he's a complete demonic entity that's here for and doing his bidding for his masters, for the royal crown and human trafficking, children, adrenochrome, organ harvesting, and the state that he's living in coincidentally is the highest has the highest um, children human trafficking and missing, um, and the industry, everybody that is involved in it, I feel like there's other people in office right now that's taking power over, out of their hands, and is trying to make things right, for the people under the Constitution. And I was born in the 70s, and everything is completely different than the way we grew up in the 70s, 80s. I'm a Gen X, and you guys have it really bad. Whoever's born from the 90s and now, present day. So this has been a fight that has been brewing and going on since the day of time, of since I guess
Okay,
Queen Elizabeth the first,
okay, I got
and
you.
the
I have
Freemasons.
to come back to you. Your time is
Yeah,
running out, Oracle. I got you.
yeah.
Welcome back. If you guys also, if y'all want to answer the prompt, y'all can. Let me go up here next to Rachel Gibbs. Go ahead, Rachel. Rachel Gibbs, you there?
Hi
Hey,
everybody.
hey.
Um, yeah, so I watched the documentary. I was shocked. I was flabbergasted, but I also just wasn't surprised. So if I were to just answer some of the to some of the prompt, so I think that the reason that predators are protected, is it predators being protected in the Black community? Because I can't see.
Yes, it is. I mean, predators are really protected in any community, but
Right,
because I'm
agreed.
black, I'm just talking. We're black. We're talking about that.
Agreed. Okay, so yeah, so I think the reason that predators have so much protection in the Black community and all communities is because, well, let me just speak specifically to like Black men. I think Black men a lot of the times are representations of archetypes of masculinity. So the money, the power, the control, the women, like these are all things that are attributed and associated with what it means to be masculine, when a lot of the times these are the same. There are a lot of like predatory behaviors that hide under this guise of masculinity that go like unnoticed, untalked about, and actually like celebrated in many communities. And this all just has to do with how patriarchy kind of like manifests itself in terms of how men behave. And I think that we conflate a lot of times, like those things get conflated with what it means to be manly, what it means to be masculine. And I think when it comes to like speaking in absolutes, for the last prompt, um, of course there's always like outliers, exception to the rule, but when we take into context things like history, when we take into things like gender, culture, like things that are social constructs to like how we understand the world, it it's appropriate to kind of speak in an absolute way when it comes to just speaking about it in a collective sense, if that makes sense. So, like, of course, not everybody is gonna fall under the same description of like how they behave, because everybody's like different, right? But it's like when we're speaking about things contextually, yeah, there is an air of like absoluteness that comes into play, because it's like we don't live in a vacuum. Like, as much as people want to believe that, as much as like rugged individualism is something that makes people think that they're just
I'll give you
separate
one more
from
minute.
everything going on. Yeah, separate from everything that's going on. Like, we're not separated from these things. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
All right. I got you, Rachel. Appreciate you, sis. All right, let me
Thank
go.
you.
Oh, no problem. All right, let me go. Move forward up here next to TikTok. Go ahead, TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily think Diddy's evil as much as I think he's chosen, and he has a certain power, and you have that choice to go to the light or go to the dark, because at the end of the day, to ascend to the type of heights that he did, there needs to be a power to it. And he had that in him, and he just chose the other way. And the music industry just tends to pretty much give you that choice. The ones that ascend to the highest of heights have to make certain, make certain choices. And I don't think necessarily it's a Diddy thing as much as it's a, society thing, because this type of behavior happens at every corner of the industries. I definitely think that Diddy's rise is his fall. The way you go up is the way you go down, because even 50 getting the footage is because Diddy had a thing about not paying others, and it's not necessarily about not paying them because he doesn't have the money. It's about like ultimately like taking that energy and staying on top. So, the more he's able to take advantage and keep people going after him and coming to him, the more empowered he becomes time and time again. His rise is ultimately his fall, because that footage is literally because he thought, you know what, I'm so big that I can get these young videographers that don't got nothing else to do just to follow me, and I can absorb that energy, right? They want to be around me. As long as I keep them small, I stay big. And that's been his thing. That's why he goes after every single guy that has similar power to him. They're women. That's in masculinity, that's an extension of power. It's always been that. So he does it, his patterns are very clear. When it comes to even the men, right? He tries to emasculate men because that empowers him. It's all rituals that you ultimately
I'll give you one more
indulge.
minute.
Oh, but yeah, it's all rituals that you ultimately indulge in when you're trying to maintain power. And it's not something that, he's born into. He's taught this. This is, he has Clive Davis ahead of him. What he's doing, it has been done to him. And you just perpetuate the cycle of how you absorb and keep power, you know, within. So that's pretty much my whole take on it. I don't think he's necessarily evil, but I think he had a power that allowed him to ascend it to those heights, and he chose to use it for the worst of it. And that's typically how you make billions in this world.
Okay, all right, I got you. I wholeheartedly disagree with what you said, and I just want to say that I think that what you said is a form of protection, and it's not anything that's shocking, because a lot of men will protect other predators and make excuses for their behavior. Absolutely, it was this man's fault. He was essaying people, raping people, beating people, cheating people, unaliving people, all around okie doking people, a horrible individual. From the documentary's perspective, which they backed up with actual footage, this man has been a problem since he's been a teenager. So the fact that you can mention being chosen and basically he was led down this horrible road, but it's really not him and he's really not evil. I don't know what to say. I really don't. If you put your penis in somebody's butthole without permission because you rugged them, excuse me, you're evil. If you go outside and you see a woman trying to leave, you go out there and beat the brakes off of her, stomp on her, and drag her back in there, you're an evil person. If you got billions and you see people are struggling, and people that are struggling that already did work for you and you don't pay them, you're an evil person. If you go around trying to sleep with people, baby mamas, and manipulate women to play these like their chess pieces, you're an evil person. And it's really just that simple. Like anybody that sees Diddy and looks at his eyes can see that he's a monster and a horribly evil individual. You know what I'm saying? The fact that every woman that he's had a child with, he's beat on. You got all these men talking about, yeah, I seen him going upside Misa's head, beating her, putting his hands on her. I saw him put his hands on his mama and call his mama a B and whoop up on her. I seen him whoop up on Kim Porter. I think he may have even unalived Kim Porter. You say all of these things, yet he's not evil. This type of grace that black men are given in the black community, not only by other black men, but also black women too, truth be told, is very scary. And it's the reason why people like R. Kelly, people like Diddy, people like Jay-Z, people like 50 Cent will always be able to win and will always be able to hurt and harm others because, and like Chris Brown, because no matter what these men do, it's always going to be people that are going to get behind them and make excuses. If this was a black woman that had rugged black men and raped them and she was beating on them and all of this, there's no way in the world that y'all would ever say, oh, she's not evil. She's just dealing with the cards that she's dealt. She just went down a bad road. She would be the most horrible woman, black woman of all time. She's representative of all black women. Look what y'all did to Meg Thee Stallion. And this lady only got pew-pew and has proof of that. And the man is doing 10 years in jail. But y'all don't take any of the facts that were said about that. Come on now, please stop playing with me. But let me just keep going. Pink, go ahead, Pink. Let me set your timer, sis. Go ahead. Oh, I set the wrong timer. Hey.
The only thing that made sense to me, what he said, was the fact that he keep people low so that he can stay high. A lot of people do that in the industry and in life in general. A lot of people, so like he said, by him not getting people of a certain status to follow him around or whatever, it backfired on him. And this was the plan of the universe. 50 Cent is just as evil, but it worked in everybody else's favor that 50 Cent was used in this situation to someone had to meet him at his evil, right? If that makes sense. Someone had to meet Diddy at his evil. The only way, sometimes, how can I say this without sounding absurd? Sometimes you have to meet people where they are. And although turning the other cheek and being the bigger person is profound and it is the right thing to do, with people like Diddy, the right thing is the wrong thing. So it's like, hooray for 50 Cent for doing this. But you also have to take what he's saying with a grain of salt also. So it's like a double-ended sword. And it's like, also, if this has been going on since the 90s and people have been noticing, I don't understand why are people still hanging with him in 2024 and 2023 and 2025 or whatever. If this has been going on since the 90s, I don't understand. What are those people looking for? I don't understand. It's like the lady before us was saying that this has been going on since 1996. So if we know that, why are we still trying to get a chance with him in the industry? I don't understand that. But yeah, I land my plane there.
All right. I got you, Pink. All right. Let me keep going. Up here, go ahead. Yes, I am a baddie. Go ahead, sis.
Hey, so I was watching a documentary and like I had seen like if nobody noticed, right, Diddy really thrived off of death. Like with the City College, he said he got more famous off of it. With Biggie death, he said he got more famous off of it. So it's like if you just look at his whole career, right, he really thrived off of people dying. And that's like kind of sacrificial or kind of like,
I think you gotta say unaliving, baddie.
Oh, my bad. Unaliving. Like, I feel like that's kind of like sacrificial in a sense. Because it's like, that's crazy to me. Like, you really thrived and you really got more famous, more money, more popularity off of people dying. Or, sorry, unaliving. I'm sorry. Unaliving. Like, that's crazy. And, like, the way that the whole industry put up with this behavior, like Diddy was, like, really a menace to society. Like, he was out here raping women, out here unaliving people, out here just doing, like, the worst of the worst to people. And, like, this went on for, like, 30, 40 years almost. And it's really because, like I said in the comments, he was an asset to the industry. Like, you know what I'm saying? He had money, he had fame, notoriety, and it's like of course they're not gonna snitch on him like they did R. Kelly. They're not gonna, like, you know, snitch on him or have him go to jail because he's an asset. So I feel like even not in the industry, like in society, like real life, I feel like black women and black men, we all put up with, like, I don't, but we put up with predators because, again, like, we just, you know, we just think of masculinity, like the other girl said. And like, I just really can't believe Diddy was doing all this, like, and it went on for like 30 to 40 years, because that's crazy. But I land my plane.
All right. I got you. Appreciate you, Batty. All right, let me go down here to Kalandra because she said she had something to say. Go ahead, Kalandra.
I just wanted to respond, and I my point is proved because it's a pick me in the comments. I think Diddy was able to get away with it so long because men stick with men. Even when a man is wrong, other men will still try to defend him. And then I think when it comes to women, some women don't care until it's them. And the reason why I say that is because a woman will go out here and have a baby with a man who has a proven track record to be a deadbeat because she thinks that she's different from other men, other women. And that's why I think people look away until it's them. I do agree with that point, Triggered.
Okay, all right. Nikki in the comments, you keep saying y'all are defending Diddy. Who's defending Diddy? Or are you talking to somebody in the comments? Because I'm confused.
He's talking to this Mimi old mammified pick me in the comments who's about to get blocked.
Who? Don't block her. But don't block her. What's her name, Kalandra?
Her name is Mimi.
Mimi. Oh, okay. All right, okay.
Question.
Yeah, go ahead, Pink.
Kalandra, would you say the point you just made about women not caring until it's them, would you say that Cassie didn't care until it was her?
I don't know. That one is.
I think we be being biased sometimes.
If she knew that he was jumping on other women, yes. If she knew that he had a track record of jumping on other women, yes. But with Cassie, is a little hard for me because she was 19 years old, and when you're 19, you're very naive. But if she knew it, yes, I gotta say yes. I have to say yes.
Oh, I just want to say to you guys that Mimi in the comments, y'all, I blocked Mimi. I blocked her when I think it was Batty, when Batty was talking, she typed in the chat that she sounds like a 12-year-old. So I had blocked her then because I don't go for black women trying to put down other black women in this space, especially for no reason. Like, yeah, I just blocked her. So she was already gone, y'all. But yeah, was there oh, I think was there anything else you had to say, Pink? Because I think Rachel had something to say next.
I just wanted to take her take on that. She answered it pretty good.
Okay, all right. I got you. Okay, let me go down here to Rachel first. Go ahead, Rachel. You said you had a response or something?
Yes, I have to respond to the previous woman that was just up who spoke about like the fact that Diddy basically like thrives off of death and that being a very sacrificial act.
Yeah, try to say unaliving, y'all.
Sorry. Unaliving, yeah. And that being a very sacrificial act. I definitely agree with that, especially in these like spaces of like fame and power. Like, I think Diddy also kind of dabbled in a lot of magic. Like, I don't know if anybody knows, but he has a very powerful deity tattooed on his back, called Ezerly, and she's basically part of the Haitian, like she's Loa is what they call them, Loa in Haitian voodoo. So I think that all kind of like intersects in terms of how he's basically taking these people's souls and like using that as power and fuel for him to like do his bidding, if that makes sense. But also to the question that the previous woman that just asked to Calandria about women not caring until it's them. I think that's definitely true. But in these instances, when it comes to like power dynamics and relationships, like it's a very complex thing because we have to talk about like abuse, power, control, grooming too, because of the fact that he preys on people who are very vulnerable and very impressionable, and puts himself in this position of savior, puts himself in this position of I'm a powerful man and I could change your life, right? That's basically how he like entraps his victims and how he's able to enact the abuse that he's enacted on so many women.
Okay.
And
I got you 1 minute. One more minute.
yeah, no problem. I'm almost done. That's how he's been able to enact the abuse that he's enacted on so many women. And he's also like very, very manipulative and narcissistic because he doesn't take accountability for anything that he does. He blames these women for his own actions and behaviors. So it's a very complex conversation. Like just that specifically in terms of like how Cassie and all of these people who have been like under his wing, because it's a lot of like psychological manipulation that takes place. Like he sinks his claws into people to control them. That's it.
All right. I got you, Rachel. All right, let me go up here, move forward to these next two people, and then I'm gonna say something, but I want to make sure I get everybody a chance to speak first. Go ahead. What's your name? Delphine. Go ahead, Delphine.
Oracle.
Oh no, it's Delphine is the next person. Go
Yeah,
ahead, Delphine.
this kind of what I want to say. I'm not saying that Diddy is not a monster, right? These are all people are saying that he did these things. Has he been held accountable in court for it? No. So for right now, we're going off he say, she say, right?
No, we're not. Did you not see a video of him beating the brakes off of a woman, or no?
I mean, that's one instance, right? But we're
Okay,
talking
did you
about
not see people admit that he was having intercourse with all of these different people and making Cassie do all of these things that she clearly said that she did not want to do?
so this is my
One
thing
thing
for
is enough.
Cassie, right? For Cassie, right? As a grown adult, right? Why stick around for 10 years if this is happening?
It doesn't matter whether she stuck around or not. It just
It
matters that
does
she did it.
matter.
No,
It
it
does
doesn't.
matter.
Okay, it doesn't. And I'm
So
going to tell
if
you
you're
why.
being abused,
Hold
if
on.
you're
And I'm going to let you finish. Hold on. Just because somebody will let you do something to them doesn't mean you should do it. So if you come across a woman, right, and you know that this woman is crazy about you and she will do anything that you ask, anything that you do to her, she'll accept it. You could beat her, you could cheat on her, you could do anything to her. You could make her eat dog food and she would do it. At what point is it you could say, hey, she should have the self-respect to right to not let you do those things to her, but that doesn't make you a monster because you're willing to do it in the first place? Because what type of person wants to do that anyway? So I don't understand how you don't make that correlation that the fact that he was around this girl since she was a teenager, she said at first, she said in her paperwork, she wasn't even attracted to him. But due
He's
to
one of them.
manipulation, grooming, him pushing himself on her, he managed to change her mind frame around. That's the reason why people talk about getting turned out. And that's what happened to her. That's the reason why he offered her DRUGSs to open her up to being taken advantage of. So Diddy is absolutely evil, for sure. And there's plenty of things that is on record that this man has done. He got mad at Justin's coach and hit him in the head with a kettlebell. That's on record. He almost went to jail for that. He was on trial for allegedly pew-pewing somebody in the face. And the woman said, the victim said that he did it. And he got away with it because of his powerful judges. That's on record. Diddy also, he went to Steve Stout, who was Nas's manager at the time, and beat the brakes off of him because he didn't like something that he did with other men, beat him, abused him, did all of these things. These things are on record. So at what point are we talking about Diddy isn't evil? All of these things are on record, sir. So really, what are you saying? But I'm going to restart your timer. Go
I
ahead.
didn't get a chance to say anything because
You
you
said, yes, you
overtalked me the
did. You
whole
said he
time.
wasn't evil.
You
said he
cut me
wasn't
off
evil.
from everything I was finna say to prove your point.
You said he wasn't evil. And that's what I have.
I
I'm
didn't
tired
say
of.
I didn't say that. I said I'm not saying Diddy is not evil. He's not a monster. I'm not saying that.
He's a monster
But
too.
everybody has to take accountability for their actions. Everybody. No matter if you stick around for financial gain or what. If you stuck around for that, you have to take accountability for that. I'm not saying what he did was right. But you have to take accountability.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. And what you're saying
How
doesn't
does
make any
that not
sense.
make any sense?
Okay,
Because you
because
sit around for
we're
financial
not
gain?
talking about victims and them taking accountability right now. We're talking about Diddy. And anytime black men like yourself say we're talking about taking accountability, all it means is taking the heat off of Diddy. Just like you
That's
said,
not
he's not a
taking the heat
monster.
off of
He
Diddy.
is a monster. Any man that carries
Has he,
around
has
bucket,
he in
please
court,
stop, please stop. Any man that goes around and carries around a bucket, a suitcase, a luggage full of baby oil and lubrication wherever he goes that's laced with GHB is indeed a monster. Because why in the world do you
in
need these
court, has
people
he been convicted for any
intoxicated?
of the
And
crimes that
what
you're
are you
talking
doing?
about?
Please don't make me drop you. Why in the world does anybody need to have people under the influence to have intercourse with them? I'll tell you who does. Monsters, monsters, monsters. And black men wonder why this reputation follows them
Just want
because
to
of this
overtalk.
enabling
Chill ass.
of this enabling of degeneracy. And you see how this man is very aggressive. He can't control himself, very emotionally unregulated, all in defense of another man, in defense of a man who is on record as abusing and harming people, not paying people, having them in poverty, attacking the person that was a founder, co-founder of his company, and making him sign off on it and making him be broke and forever upset and busted and disgusted. And also this man said that Diddy essayed him as well. But you see this black man wants to come up here and defend that. That's
Nobody is
crazy.
defending
That's crazy
anything.
to me.
That's what you're saying out of your mouth. No one is
No, that's
defending
what you're
anything.
saying out of your mouth.
I said I didn't say that he was not a monster. I said
Yes, you
everybody
did. You
needs
just
to
said
take.
that.
I
You
just
just
said
said that.
that. I just said I'm not saying that the man is not a monster.
You
That's
just said that he wasn't evil and you
no.
said he
That's
wasn't.
what you heard. That's
Okay,
not
no, no,
what
no.
I
Hold
said.
on. We're gonna stop here. Everybody in the comments. Everybody in the comments. Everybody in the comments. Did y'all hear this man say that Diddy wasn't a monster and Diddy wasn't evil? That way, because I think he might got like early onset Alzheimer's or something like that. So if y'all could just tell him in the comments or y'all tell me what y'all heard. Did he say that? Y'all let me know. Y'all just drop a yes or no. And y'all don't have to agree with me. Just drop a yes or no in there, unbiased. That way you can see. And the Angie person, I've never seen you a day in my life. So
Did I
yeah.
block Apple Trigger?
Y'all say Apple? What's Apple saying? Because people are gonna
She's
disagree.
saying that you're over talking him and you're not giving him a chance, and that she agrees with what he's saying.
Yeah. You know what? As far as Apple goes, I think that Apple is probably a pick me, but let her stay in. Don't block her. I'm gonna give Mr. Delphine one more minute to speak uninterrupted. I don't have to be fair, but I will be right now. Go ahead. Go ahead. What's your name? Delphine, go ahead.
I mean, at
So
this
tell me how you
point,
didn't
like
say that.
it's
I'll
all
start your time.
over the place. I did not say that the man is not a monster. If he's doing these things, he's most definitely a monster, right? But what I'm saying is, everyone that took part in that, like Little Rye, right? He said he used to wake up sore and sore and sore and sore, right? So at what point do you not feel that something is going on with you and you stop? It's a problem now because you didn't get paid for it. So
Okay.
what I'm saying is everyone has to take accountability. I'm not saying that anything that was done was right to men or women. So I'm not defending Diddy, but everyone needs to take accountability for the part that they play for financial gain.
I think Delphine just totally didn't hear anything that I said about victim grooming and all of this other stuff. And I'm not even going to explain it to him because I don't think he'll understand it. Now, this is Apple up here, a confused stud, a Mrs. Nigga. And this is what I'm saying about a lot of studs, unfortunately, that y'all want to embody the most toxic parts of masculinity and male culture. And that to me really is really strange to me. It's already strange that y'all carry around fake penises in y'all backpacks and whatnot, but it's also very disturbing that y'all forget that no matter how many straps that y'all get, that y'all have a little pussy in them drawers, and that you're a woman. And at all it causes the right time or the right place for those men that make you feel like you're a man, for them to show you that no, indeed you're a woman and you got a pussy in them drawers. And that is what I'm saying. Like, y'all really, really make me sick. And this isn't to talk about anybody's orientation. You can do and be whoever you want. That's fine. But I really don't like these studs that swear that they're men. And because they swear that they want to be men, they want to always take on the talking points of other men, not realizing that these men know that you got a little pussy in them drawers, and they don't respect you like a man, and they never will. So please get your goofy behind out of here, Apple, and go book an appointment with that lady and figure out why you want to be a man so bad, and understand that you never will be one, baby. Never in your life. You will never be the nigga that you dream to be. Okay? Do better.
We
Do
need
better
to
with
go have
yourself,
a
Apple.
conversation and listen to people. And
I
just
don't need you to talk to me. I don't need you to talk to me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop you, Delphine, because I don't know what your big bucky head thought. I gave you plenty of grace. I allowed you to talk over me. I allowed you to speak, and I don't even normally do that for men. So only in for fairness, since Apple was saying that I wasn't letting this man talk. So now you can be in the comments with your big bucket head, because you won't speak again. I don't give me any more chances. But let me bring up Apple up here. Just know the first time you call me out my name, you getting dropped immediately. So watch your words, because it'll only be 1 second for you to get dropped. Go ahead.
I bet you will drop me, you
I
goofy
bet
ass
you I
bitch.
will
Never
drop you,
did I want to be a
you
stud.
big
You
back,
never a
you
stud, you
big back
goofy ass.
confused stud. Get your life together and realize that you would never have the dick that you dream to have, baby. Go ahead and keep carrying them pieces of plastic in the backpack and peeing standing up with your pee dribbling down your legs. You would never get the end over on me, you big back, confused Negro. Get your life together. Get up out of here. All right? You look confused. All right? Make an appointment with a therapist. All right? That's all I got to say to you. I'm about to block you, Apple. So I don't know why you sent another request. You're blocked. Goodbye. I'm not having no more conversations with you. Nope. You go have a conversation with them men, since that's who you want to talk to so bad. I don't owe you another conversation, Apple. I told you to watch your mouth. I would have let you respond to me. But since you want to talk crazy, there you go. You're gone. Block Kiana. All right. So let me keep going. I'm going to add these people up here. But go ahead. She is Jen. Go ahead. She is Jen. And y'all report this live. Y'all corny. Y'all corny for reporting the live, but whatever. I'm gonna block that other man. If y'all see the Delphine guy in here, block him too, please. If y'all see him, block him, please. I should have blocked him before I dropped him down. Go ahead, she's Jen.
Good morning. This is my first time joining a live, and Triggered, I've watched your content. So I enjoy watching your lives. I just wanted to pop in.
Oh, you see, it was crazy today.
Yes. I'm over here cracking up, but you're getting with them. I'll try to answer as many of the prompts as I can. Diddy, number one, Diddy is evil and was enabled for a very long time, which is unfortunate. Why are predators protected in this cut off a little bit in the community?
Yes, in the Black community, yep.
Because of what the last guy said, I mean, that's a perfect example of why they've been able to get away with things as long as they have. They have other men enabling them, and they have, patriarchy working on their side to be able to do things the way that they want to do them. And up until recently, they weren't getting called out. So I'm all here for the Me Too. I'm all here for all these people getting exposed. I'm here for it. Black men haters are secretly black men lovers. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I do watch a lot of the content creators that really, really push Black women empowerment and talk a lot about Black male pathology. And I've just learned over the years to just chew the meat and spit out the bones, and whatever it is that I can take from the content, take it. But if it doesn't resonate with me, I just move on. But I'm interested to hear what your take is on that, Trigger, because I just want to hear what you think. And then how do you feel about speaking in absolutes? I don't think you should speak in absolutes, but if it is the majority, we got to take it for what it is. We can't ignore, and we can't say, oh, these few outliers are the majority, when that's not really what it is. I mean, the facts are the facts. So if it is the majority of a group, you speak on that majority, but I don't think that applies to everyone. So I'm careful with that too. I don't like to speak in absolutes, but I do like to say majority if that's what it is. And that's all I got.
Sorry, I was trying to mute myself. All right, I got you. I got you, Jen. I'll definitely tell you what I mean by the black male haters. I just will let this other lady speak first, and then I'll tell you. Go ahead. Becoming Anya.
Yes, hi.
Hi, how
So
you doing?
great. Wonderful morning to everybody. So I'm just kind of wondering why, well, not wondering, but I just want to address a pattern that I see with people. They always say if you're chasing money, excuse me, if you're chasing money, you deserve everything you get, which is crazy because, first of all, we live in a capitalistic society, so we're going to chase money regardless if we want to or not. And watching the documentary, I didn't realize how much, how can I say this? How much actual credible success he did have. So of course people are going to go there and ask, and try to make the best out of what they can. Now, if you watch other people get abused and still decide to join on, that's different. But especially in the early times when he's like making people famous and this and that, and you don't know what's going on behind the scenes, I don't think that people should be raped and drugged and robbed because they want a career. And then also, it was so interesting to me. I had no idea because I was born in 95 that 9 lives were taken for him to become who he was. And he easily like stepped into that. He didn't say, "Ooh, let me move back, let me readjust." He was like, "I'm about to step into the limelight while I got it." So technically lives were shed for him to get it. So why wouldn't he continue to keep going in that pattern? So I just found that interesting. I just wanted to address those things.
Okay, all right, I got you. I got you. Becoming. Like I said, you guys, if I just would address the number 3, the black male haters or secretly black male lovers. Now, like I said, I'm not gonna be messy and say anyone's name because it's been at least 3 very, very popular um black women, the creators that make their whole shtick about saying that all black men are bad, black men are worst of the worst of the worst, and telling other black women that they shouldn't date black men at all and engage and I'm not even tripping about none of that because I don't care. The only people I care about, I've said a million times, are black women and black girls. However, I've noticed that if there's a certain black man that they like, or they whatever they have some type of affinity towards, all of that black male hate goes out the window. And I saw that with one or two, because I'm trying to not give y'all complete details, of black women that constantly talk about how bad black men are. Talking about 50 Cent is not bad. 50 Cent is okay. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent is just petty. He's not bad. He's not bad as Diddy. And I find that to be very strange because if you're talking about the average everyday black man is bad and that he is, beyond redemption, which is fine. Like, I don't care what people say about black men. However, if you say that and you stand on that, but then you pick and choose about these black men that you like, I feel like the issue is that you're actually secretly a black man lover, aka a worshiper. You're just waiting. You're just angry at black men or disappointed with them because of how they have handled you. And you're waiting for a black man to prove you wrong, and you're going to go right back to disavowing everything that you previously said that you told all of these other women to stand on and live by. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? And I've just seen it too many times. I saw another black woman that talks about how much white men are better and how black men are worthless pieces of trash. But then I've seen her in lives with questionable black men that have questionable histories, but she likes them. Or she's following and listening to and taking the advice of men, like of black men. It's just like, where the hypocrisy? It doesn't make any sense. Something is not adding up. So, yeah. And like I said, I felt like the whole Diddy thing was just, I saw so many black women that gave me confusing takes on this that made me really feel like that's true. Yeah, I think it was also Oracle was trying to say something a little while ago. Were you trying to say something, Oracle? I'll start your timer. Were you trying to say something, sis, Oracle?
Yes, I wanted to reply to Rachel when she said that Puff Daddy had a tattoo on his back, which symbolized voodoo satanic rituals. They are very into that dark arts of Freemason. It's actually Freemasonry, and it's sacrificial. You basically, what he does is he gathers souls, and the more souls he gather, basically his power increases, his blessings through the Kabbalah also increases, and he serves basically Baphomet. And the reason why he never got in trouble with the law for all these years, what he's been getting involved in with the human trafficking, um, is because he served high society, people in high ranking positions within government as well. I don't know if anybody noticed a couple of pictures of him standing next to Hillary Clinton, but those are the type of people that he served, and also went to his parties and partook and actually participated in his rituals and abusing these victims. So my question, I have a question to everyone here, is like, I know these are just conversation points, but majority of the kids that they did accumulate through all of these years, 30 plus years, were victims of, and these children had parents, and these parents are terrified to either come forward or speak up about what happened to their children, because their
I'm gonna
children were
give you one more
actually
minute,
abducted.
Oracle.
Thank you. Their children were abducted by the system, and the system through, I believe it's DCF system, which is not is a non-regulated hotline of abuse where anybody can call and make false reports. Just so happens the people that were calling in making false reports were people that were working within these organizations and operations that were feeding these children through these pipelines to get into the hands of people like Puff Daddy. So yeah. I know the industry very well, and I wanted to respond that to Rachel, and I wanted to know what her opinion is on the situation about that aspect.
Okay. All right. All right. Got you, Oracle. I'm gonna just real quickly respond to Nikki in the comments. Like Nikki, you said 50 Cent has done nothing wrong and that he's just petty. You know what? This is what I mean when I say that I really feel like black men are really able to get away with so many things without any type of consequence, to where I don't even think people perceive black men as being able to do anything bad. I said this earlier. 50 Cent allegedly set fire to the house of his baby mama. 50 Cent has degraded black women in a million different ways. 50 Cent shared a revenge porn picture of Tierra Marie, and when Tierra Marie was upset about that, turned around and won due to his high-powered lawyers and tried to chase her down for the money when he shared a revenge porn picture of her that he didn't have to do. 50 Cent is on record. He had to do a diversionary program for going into his baby mama's house, the Filipino one, the one that was with Diddy, and putting his hands on her and busting up everything in her apartment. I have no idea why y'all say that 50 Cent has done nothing. 50 Cent is degraded and talks about black women, called black women ugly, called black women unattractive, not exotic, and all of these type of things, but yet has put in mediocre, old-looking white woman like Chelsea Handler on a pedestal. Chelsea Handler said, I called this man something like the N-word, and have you ever heard 50 Cent go at her? No, you haven't. So what exactly about 50 Cent makes y'all feel like he like black women or he doesn't do bad things? He sat there and posted pictures to drag the girl that plays, what's her name, Naturi, that played Tasha in Power, drug her on his own page. So much so that she was saying, I'm confused at why he's degraded me like this. We don't have any beef. I haven't done anything to him. I don't know why he's treating me like this. What exactly are y'all talking about? And this difficulty that some of y'all have at recognizing black men when they are problematic or when they dislike you or hate you is a real reason why a lot of y'all get okie doked by the men in your lives. Well, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know. He never loved me. No, he didn't. And it was very obvious, but clearly you weren't able to decipher that. It's very scary, the grace that y'all give black men that y'all would never give a black woman ever in y'all life. And it's really disgusting to me. Like, I just don't know what to say about that. I really don't. Raquel, you said that I really wish that y'all would stay on the Diddy topic. Well, you know what I'm going to do for you, Raquel, so that you can find somebody that'll stay on the Diddy topic? I'm going to block you, and then you can go to somebody else's live and find where they stay on the Diddy topic. Have a great day. Goodbye. You're blocked. All
Can
right,
I
yeah.
say why I think they have a hard time in doing it, Trigger?
Yeah, and then I'll go up there to Aisha
Okay,
at the
so
top.
I just quick point. I think the reason they have a hard time in like recognizing things when it comes to black men, especially in how they do celebrities, is because they believe that it's the women. They don't believe that it's the men. They believe that it's something about the women. And that is why it's happening.
All right, I got you. Yeah, I mean, that could definitely be true. Let me go up here to Aisha. Let me know if I'm saying
Yes,
your
good.
name correctly.
No, you said it correctly. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Good morning. I love your platform. I'm always listening. Um, I'm gonna answer some of the stuff that I understand. I don't understand all of it, so I don't want to speak on something I don't understand. So, number one, is Diddy evil? I would say yes, he is, because just like everyone has mentioned, the way he started his career with those, young people that got unalive at the party, that was, all evil. And also, I feel like if you can respect your mother, and if you watch documentary, something was mentioned about him slapping his mother and speaking to her disrespectfully. So that makes you evil in my eyes if you can respect your mother. Um, Number two, the reason why I feel like predators are protected, especially men, is because of the patriarchy and also because of capitalism. So at the end of the day, most people will look away with evil and a lot of things when it comes to them gaining financially. So it goes back to capitalism and everyone looking over whatever it is that they look over to make sure they're successful. I think that's the reason why most predators are protected. It has a lot to do with money and capitalism. I don't understand number three. And number four, I can't read the whole thing. But what I would say about 50 Cent, he's not any better. Um, I think he's as evil. I think his day will come as well. The documentary was good. I'll give him that. I'm not going to discredit that. He did a great documentary, but he's not any better. Because to me, if you're a man that is 50 years old, has never been married, I look at you funny. Something went wrong with you. You know what I mean? You're 50 years old, you have all the money in the world, and you cannot settle down with one woman. So that's already a red flag to me. And also, he's never taken care of his first son. You can make all the excuses in the world. That kid didn't ask to be here in the first place. So there's something wrong with you there. There's a lot of things wrong with 50. And if he had treated his baby mama good and well, she shouldn't have ended up with Diddy in the first place. I think there's something there as well. He didn't treat her very well. Somehow she ended up in Diddy's arm, and then she was treated however she was treated. So he has a lot of red flags. But did he create a great documentary? Yes, I'll give him that. Not all people that create great arts, we don't go and research all the people, all the movies and documentary that we watch. The people that created, they're always going to have skeleton. But I'll give him credit on the documentary, but that he's not a good person. Yeah, thank you.
All right, no problem, Aisha. Appreciate you, sis. All right, I think Rachel was going to respond to Oracle, so go ahead, Rachel, if you want it.
Well, I will say thank you, Oracle. I agree with everything that you were saying. I wanted to respond to Aisha and just basically say I'm really glad that you mentioned not only patriarchy but capitalism. As far in terms of as far as like defining why men do the things that they do and like why predators are protected. Um, when it comes to 50 Cents in the documentary, right? Great documentary. I honestly felt like it was very rage baity. And I'm asking myself, like, why did 50 Cent make this documentary, right? Do we think, and everybody in the comments can like respond, and everybody on the panel, like, do we think that 50 Cent made this documentary to create more awareness around like P. Diddy men and the propensity they have to be dangerous predators? Do we feel like he made this documentary to really shed light on the extent of the atrocities, or do we feel like 50 Cent made this documentary as a means to capitalize off of everything that has transpired with P. Diddy and everything that has been going on with P. Diddy because of their own maybe internalized rivalry they might have between one another, right? So it's like this is kind of the lens that I'm looking at it for why this documentary even transpired, because I think the documentary was great and I think there was a lot of like never before seen footage. However, I feel as though the documentary was almost kind of just like rushed and not very chronological, if that makes sense. And it also left a lot of things out, is how I feel about it. It was almost, to me, watching it felt, of course, like very inflammatory as far as how I felt watching it, but it also felt like something that was put together in not that much nuance, if that makes sense. So that's what I kind of think about when I think about 50 Cent and like the intention behind why 50 Cent did what he did with making that documentary, which I mean, I support, because I think regardless, it shows what it was that we needed to see as far as the extent. But I just question on whether or not that was 50 Cent's intentions.
Okay, yeah, I got you, Rachel. I mean, I definitely don't think that ever in 50 Cent's mind was he thinking, oh my goodness, I'm going to be able to help Cassie, a victim of SA and violence. I'm going to be able to possibly bring justice to Kim Porter and Misa Hilton, who were also abused by Diddy. I don't think he was thinking, oh my goodness, the guy that said that he was a co-founder of the company that said that he was also essayed by Diddy. I'm trying to bring justice to this man that is now wasn't able to get any money like that, and he's just been suffering with all of the pain and abuse that Diddy inflicted on him. No, I don't think that 50 Cent thought about any of that. I think that he was upset about Diddy messing with his baby mama, upset at whatever Diddy had said to him back in the day about taking him shopping, and this is the only way that he could come at Diddy while he's down, because before then they were on the same power level. So there wasn't really anything that he could do. And Diddy was also in a position of being like, even though everybody knew that he was a piece of still being respected by the black community, which normally happens. Black men can be the most horrible, most morally bankrupt, have the worst allegations following them and surrounding them everywhere, and still be an icon in the black community. You can, like I said, even with Tory Lanez, even on a low level of Tory Lanez and the DDGs and the academics, they can have all of these things surrounding them, yet people will still put them on a pedestal and still believe them and their perspective of things and turn off all of their critical thinking. Like you can see Tory Lanez, a man that's on record for engaging in violent acts against other people, other men, and then turn around and say, oh no, we just think that this woman that was on the precipice to blow up into superstardom just wants to lie on a black man for no reason, especially a short, ugly, bald-headed, unattractive man. Like, what exactly would be her motivation and goal? I honestly, but that's exactly what the black community does. It coddles and protects predators. And until we can stop that from happening, and I know we can't stop men from doing it, but until we can stop women, black women specifically, from doing that, these things will continue to happen, because all of these men that we're talking about could have never been able to do anything without a black woman helping, enabling, being there, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So until we make a stand to be like, okay, well, y'all, the men can do what y'all will, because it's not just like black men protect predators, white men do it too. I don't know if anybody ever notices that anytime these white teen men, which they make up the largest number of rapists and chomos and all of that, anytime they get caught doing something, you see these judges give them a slap on the wrist. Oh, they'd be like, oh, we just found you raping 8 babies. Oh, okay, I'm gonna give you 30 days in jail. What?
Trigger,
And
did
you don't
you
have to register as an ex-offender. What?
Trigger, did you hear about that teenage boy who made videos of him doing heinous crimes to girls, and he was supposed to get like 30 years, and then the judge let him walk free? and people were
No.
protesting about it. It was this white boy. He was a teenage boy. He essayed two girls triggered. Like they say he did like massive trauma, like foreign objects in them, everything triggered. The judge let him walk free. Oklahoma, people were protesting. This was all on like national. Jesse Butler, that's his name. Trigger, you gotta look that story up. That shows they privilege right there.
I'm definitely gonna look it up and see. That's exactly what I was saying. So men in general are gonna protect other predators. That's just the way it is. I know we focus on the black community because we're black or whatever, but I am saying that men in general do protect predators. That is, if anybody's going to, like, men do it, and they do it within the justice system. They do it in ways that can actually really harm. So, we as women have got to stand up and not do that ourselves, because there are so many women that also are quick to stand behind a predator, quick to protect the man they know has violated girls, and will say like, hey, no, don't say anything. We're not going to get that man arrested. We're not going to get that man put in jail. There are women that do that as well, and we got to stop. We got to stop. Not me, because I would never, but I'm just saying, like, and I don't think the women here on the platform would either. But you know what I'm saying? Collectively, like, we got to stop. And the guy that said free Diddy, he's blocked already. I blocked him. I saw it first. He's gone. Yeah, was that you that unmuted? You had something to say?
Yeah, I said it before actually. I was just saying it's like all of this is just so embedded in our society down to like the government, legislation, like it all just trickles down into our like mentality, into the mentality of men. Like it's all just like interwoven in the fabric of our society as far as not holding men accountable for the abuse, not holding men accountable for their predatory behaviors. And everything that's basically happening now with like the overturning of Roe v. Wade, the overturning of like so many different laws that were put in place to grant protections and grant rights to women in their bodies, rights to women in deciding what they want to do. All that is being taken away basically to prop up this mentality that gives men the license and the right and the jurisdiction to enact the violence that they do, to basically lessen the consequence and lessen the accountability, the accountability that already wasn't really there to begin with. So yeah, and I agree with what you're saying, Trigger, as far as like as women, like I think it's super, super important to like speak on this, to do everything in our power, in our immediate spaces to like set a precedent that this shit is not okay.
All right. I got you, Rachel. And let me go down here to Coco. Did you have anything to say, Coco? I don't know if you're still there, because you were quiet. Did you have anything to say, Coco? Maybe she might have stepped away or something. Okay.
But can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say something. Thank you for asking me because I was thinking. I think it's funny how, as far as protecting predators, how a lot of these men didn't want to come forward, and they blame Cassie, who was 19 when she was approached by this man, and that's really offensive. Like a lot of these grown men were scared to come forward about anything that Diddy was doing. So, and then we see a video of him putting his hands on her in a way, that should upset anybody, no matter what the situation was, and they still protected him. Look how small she is. He literally could have unalived her. And it's embarrassing that anybody is saying anything negative about Cassie or anybody, any other victim, male or woman, because we also know that this man was involved in unaliving a lot of people. Like, let's be honest. If you were dating somebody and they are a billionaire and you want to leave and you know they have been involved in unaliving and they can find you wherever you go, they can pay off your parents. They can pay off your friends. They put hands on your friends. Like, y'all are, come on. I'm sorry, but anyway.
Yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from, Coco. Is that they mentioned that she stayed, but never the nuance of possibly why she did stay. because of his power and money and how he could reach out and touch her anywhere. And also the fact that she already know that he is about that life and willing to unalive somebody. I totally get what you're saying, but I find that when it comes to the black community, like a black man can literally do anything, and there's always going to be a black man or a black woman that will say, oh my goodness, it's not that bad. They can say like, hey, you know what, we found out Diddy was out there taking newborn babies and frying them up and making baby lasagna, and people will be like, oh my gosh, you know what did those babies do? Like, I think that the babies, when they were about to be made into the lasagna, they should have just escaped. But the fact that they didn't, that means that it's their fault. And they need to take accountability for being made into that lasagna. So it's just like, bro, like the depths that the black community goes to defend and protect black men who are clearly horrible individuals, but then also go so hard to disrespect, degrade black women who are victims of abuse or any type of wrongdoing is really crazy to me. Like, it's really nuts. And and I guess it is what it is, but it's very, very, very upsetting to me to see that this constantly occurs. And I do think that it has something to do with the way black women are devalued and the way black men are put up on a pedestal and coddled and worshiped within the black community. All the excuses that people make for their wrongdoings and bad choices and them, all of these things that goes on. It's really, really, really ridiculous. And I'll let y'all know, I have lurked in a lot of Diddy live streams over this past like week or so, since Tuesday. And I've seen so many black men, so many black women attempting to humanize this man and attempting to shift the blame onto the victims. I can't even understand it. They don't even talk about the minor fact that this man won't even pay people. How in the world am I going to do a job for you? And you got all of this money, you got all of this bread, you bragging about being a billionaire, and you can't give me my money? You can't pay me? You out here taking Young Miami to Chanel and showing receipts that you dropped $250K and giving this girl Bentley trucks or whatever, and you can't pay me? And I've been working for you for like months or years with hoping that one day you're going to break me off properly. Even the fact that they were able to wash all of that away, it just let me know like it's a real, real, real different double standard in the way black men are treated versus black women. Because I can promise you, if a black woman did one dribbity drop of the things that Diddy has been accused of or that you've seen Diddy do, there would be no grace given. All you would see is, you'll see nothing positive. Nothing, nothing, nothing. That's why I was saying, like, when that super stud was in here, trying to defend the man, it's just like, what is wrong? Like, I just don't understand it. But you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live. But if you guys have anything to say. Oh, when I blocked somebody that said that I was trying to be robophobic. No, I wasn't. Let me tell you something. If I bring up men up here and roast them, which I do often, most of the times I don't do that to black women. But if you are a harmful black woman and I can clearly tell that you don't care about black women, you get the same treatment that these men do. And that was just a good old fashioned roasting. If I can run around here and roast anybody else, I can roast her. That don't mean that I'm robophobic because I made fun of her backpack full of sticky objects. Like, please don't play with me. I didn't say anything hateful to that lady. And she is trying to emulate the most toxic things of male culture. She is. And it's very obvious that that's what she's doing. And y'all would be lying to me if y'all didn't say that y'all hadn't seen many other male presenting super studs, Mrs. Niggas that do this exact same thing. If you ever look, even when you look at the femicide rates that happen to black women when it is a same-sex relationship, if you look at the people that have done the unaliving, 9 times out of 10, they're also those type of women as well, super studs, because they want to emulate masculinity in a performative way. And they unknowingly, whether it's on a conscious level or subconscious level, equate masculinity to violence just the way that men do. And that's the reason why they act out that way. So nobody was trying to be hateful, man. Like for real, for real. I was just making jokes, cracking jokes, which he deserved. Because I want y'all to know that if I was going to be robophobic, there's a whole lot of things that I could say that would be way worse than what I said. Okay, so I'm not robophobic at all. Thank you. Thank you. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody else speak before I get out of here. I'll start from the top to the bottom. I'll set up here to Rachel.
Thank you so much for putting me on the panel. I appreciated this live very much. But the last thing that I wanted to say to the topic of humanity, because I was thinking about that earlier, in the fact that like we try to grant men humanity and they don't even consider themselves as human. Like men dehumanize themselves so much and remove themselves from like all basic human decency, all basic human kindness, all basic human empathy, but somehow we are so like lax to humanize them and try to grant them this humanity that they don't grant other people. They don't consider their other fellow men human, and they definitely don't consider women as human beings. So this idea of trying to humanize men who do not give a flying fuck about like the good of humanity and how they can contribute to that, very like, yeah, we don't need to be doing that at all. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much. You're fantastic. I think you're fabulous, and I cannot wait to go on to your next lives.
All right, all right, got you. I got you. I appreciate you so much, Rachel. All right, let me go down here next to Miss Oracle. Go ahead, Miss Oracle.
Thank you for having me also on your live. I enjoyed your your platform very much, and also the topic. And I'm just really sad that this whole situation is going on and people are taking it very lightly. And my heart cries out to all the children that were victims. And I just pray for them. I pray for the lives that were lost, and I prayed for the people that suffered at the hands of monsters like Puff Daddy and people that are in between, grooming innocent people that don't know anything about life, and let alone don't even know about themselves. So and I pray that they people like us that are strong and that are aware of what's going on and things that are truthful in the world, that we stay strong and stay fast to holding on to God's word in our hearts and in our souls. We are the light and the lantern for those who cannot see and hear the truth. So I thank you for creating this platform for the voices that can't be heard.
All right, all right, I got you. I got you. I appreciate you, Oracle, and thanks for coming today. And hopefully, I get a chance to engage with you again. Because I think this is your first time that I've ever had a chance to speak to you. So hopefully, I get a chance to speak with you again. All right, you have a great day, Oracle. All right, next up, Coco. I think Coco said she didn't have anything to say, or did you?
I'll just go ahead and say thank you for having me up since I stuck around and I'm still here. Thank you for having me up. I would just implore everybody to do their research if you're not fully aware of Diddy and his full influence on our culture alone. Like, they very lightly touched on all the things that he was into, and I think it's worth a Google. So thank you for having me, and I hope everybody has a blessed day.
All right, all right, I got you. I appreciate you, Miss Coco, and thanks for coming up and expressing yourself. Good to see you, sis. All right. Now let me go over here to Kalandra to finish it out, Miss Kalandra.
Okay, so I just want to say I don't think black men will ever be stopped being how they are, but two black women. If you are a black woman, I want you to get out of your head that different people bring out different things in people. When you believe stuff like that, you will date men who have a track record of doing things or even believe that it was something about those women. And when it happens to you, you won't believe that. Stop being pygmies. Don't stand for men. Don't justify them, because if it was you, they would not do that to you. I don't care what nobody. If you are a black woman and you do not like Meg Thee Stallion because of Tory Lanez, I really need you to do. I really need you to like work on that, because at the end of the day, I don't think black men can be saved, but I do think some of us can be saved from our pick-meism.
All right, all right. I got you. I got you. Kalandra, I appreciate you too, sis. Thanks for modding for me and getting rid of the people that was wilding. And thanks for coming up and expressing yourself. You know, I always appreciate you, Kalandra, as well. And I just want to say, y'all, I don't think it's that hard to accept the truth that's in front of your eyes. Like, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Like, when I was in, I think it was maybe middle school to high school, so like 8th to ninth grade, I think I was really a big Diddy fan. Like, for real. I liked Diddy. I liked Mace. You know what I'm saying? I never liked Biggie because he was ugly and I just ain't like his music. But I did like Diddy. I like Mace. I like Harlem World. And I just like the whole persona of them versus the other, like Death Row or something like that, because I ain't like that thug stuff and I never have. So I like the fact that Diddy was more smoother with it. You know what I'm saying? I like Lil' Kim and all of that. And I had to be like, you know how you're connected to something because of your childhood? Because I remember, I think what was that one where it was like, why are y'all reporting this live? Like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, I mean about what I was about to say. I was gonna just say that I remember the video that Puff Daddy and Mace had where they were in the desert with the car. You know what I'm saying? Been around the world. And I remember looking at that and being like, oh wow, and just really thinking of them like, wow, like look at these black people, they're doing all of this stuff. And I was able to look at that and still be an adult. Right now I'm an adult and see all of these horrible things that Diddy has done and understand that outside of whatever celebrityhood that he put out there, that underneath the glitz and glam, he was a monster. And I really think that more of us need to be able to do that, is what I'm trying to say, is to not worship the person. You can appreciate the art and see that, but understand at the end of the day, they're not God. They're not above reproach. You don't know what these people are like or what they're doing behind the scenes. And I think the black community has a problem with that as well. Like the worship of like Beyonce and Jay-Z and acting like these people would never do anything bad because they're just so perfect because you like their music or their artistry. I just think it's all weird. And I think that also makes you open to be taken advantage of as well, or bamboozled by people when you look at them and you put them on a pedestal. So all I'm saying is that if I could be a young girl and look at Diddy and Mace and be like, oh, I like them or whatever, and then be able to be an adult though and see them for who they are as an adult, not Mace or whatever, but Diddy, even though Mace got some suspicious things that he got, but we're not gonna talk about that. We should be able to see who the truth of these people are, is all I'm saying. And who's ever reporting this live still, like, I really just don't know what be wrong with y'all. Like, for real. Like, but I'm not even going to talk about it because it's going to keep on happening. I'm just going to go and block anybody that followed this live today that looks unfamiliar or isn't a black woman. Just know you're getting blocked. But okay, I love you guys. I hope that you guys have a great weekend. Hope that you guys have a great weekend and that you protect yourself. And if you're a black woman and you're listening to this, I just want you to know that you are awesome, amazing, special, valuable. You're all of that and then some. People don't want black women to realize their power so that we can easily be more open and be taken advantage of. But we are powerful. We have power. And I want y'all to know that. Please walk in that truth. I love y'all and I hope y'all have a great weekend. Love y'all. Love you too, Nay. See y'all. Appreciate all of the ladies that came up on the panel and also all the ladies that were in the chat. Appreciate all of y'all. I love all of y'all. I already blocked Nikki too, Nay Nicole. I blocked her a little while back. All right, I'll see y'all later.